Most people assume they'll live a long life, but the truth is, many won't. Certain everyday habits are silently cutting years off your life, and by the time you notice, it could be too late. And if you like the story, remember to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Scientists have identified key warning signs that predict whether you'll live past 80 or struggle with disease long before then. The worst part? Most people don't even realize they're doing these things. In this video, we'll go over 8 red flags that could be shortening your lifespan, along with practical ways to turn things around. Some of these might surprise you, but knowing them could add years to your life. Let's get started. 1. You sit more than 8 hours a day. We live in an age where everything revolves around sitting, work, entertainment, even socializing. But sitting for long periods is one of the most dangerous habits when it comes to longevity. Studies show that sitting for more than 8 hours a day increases the risk of heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and even early death, even if you exercise regularly. A man in his 60s shared his experience on a health forum. After retiring, he spent most of his day watching TV and reading. Within 5 years, he noticed his legs felt weaker, his blood pressure spiked, and he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. His doctor told him that prolonged sitting had drastically accelerated his aging process. The fix: set a timer to stand up every 30 minutes. Take short walks, do light stretches, or switch to a standing desk. Even a few extra minutes of movement per hour can drastically reduce your risk. 2. You don't get enough sleep. If you think functioning on 5 or 6 hours of sleep is normal, think again. Studies have shown that regularly getting less than 7 hours of sleep increases the risk of heart disease, dementia, and a weakened immune system. One woman in her 70s shared that for decades, she thought she was fine on 5 hours of sleep. But as she aged, she experienced chronic fatigue, forgetfulness, and high blood pressure. When she finally started sleeping at least 7 hours a night, she saw improvements in her memory and energy levels. The fix: prioritize sleep like your life depends on it, because it does. Set a regular bedtime, avoid screens before bed, and make your bedroom as dark and quiet as possible. 3. You eat too many processed foods. If your diet is filled with processed meats, sugary drinks, and packaged snacks, you're aging your body at a much faster rate than you think. Ultra-processed foods contribute to chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of cancer. In a major study, researchers found that people who ate these foods regularly had a significantly higher chance of dying early. One retiree admitted that after decades of eating fast food, his health was in decline. He was constantly fatigued, had high cholesterol, and developed prediabetes, all because of a lifetime of poor eating habits. The fix: cut back on processed foods and replace them with whole, plant-based options like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and legumes. Small changes now can add years to your life. 4. You rarely exercise. Many people assume that if they're not overweight, they don't need to work out. But lack of exercise is one of the biggest predictors of early death. Even if you're at a healthy weight, a sedentary lifestyle weakens your heart, muscles, and immune system over time. A 68-year-old retiree once shared how his lack of movement in his 50s led to severe muscle loss by the time he turned 70. When he finally tried to get active again, simple tasks like walking up the stairs felt exhausting. The fix: find an activity you enjoy, whether it's walking, swimming, or cycling, and aim for at least 150 minutes of movement per week. The more you move, the longer you'll live. 5. You're constantly stressed. Stress isn't just an inconvenience, it's a silent killer. Chronic stress triggers inflammation, weakens the immune system, and significantly increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. A man in his mid-60s shared how years of financial stress led to chronic high blood pressure. He ignored the warning signs, thinking it was just part of life, until he suffered a minor heart attack. His doctor told him that unmanaged stress had played a major role. The fix: stress management isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Find ways to relax, whether it's deep breathing, prayer, or simply taking time for yourself. Controlling stress could be the key to adding years to your life. 6. You have no social life. Loneliness isn't just bad for mental health, it's deadly. Studies show that social isolation increases the risk of heart disease, dementia, and premature death. A woman who lost touch with friends after retirement found herself struggling with depression, memory problems, and lack of motivation to take care of herself. Her health declined rapidly because she had no support system. The fix: prioritize relationships. Stay in touch with family and friends, join community activities, or even consider volunteering. Strong social connections are a powerful tool for longevity. 7. You avoid regular health checkups. Many people ignore routine doctor visits, thinking they're unnecessary. But diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, and cancer often have no symptoms until they are in advanced stages. A man in his early 70s ignored his annual screenings for years. When he was finally diagnosed with colon cancer, it had already spread. Had he caught it earlier, his chances of survival would have been much higher. And if you like the story, remember to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. The fix: get regular checkups and screenings. Early detection can mean the difference between life and death. 8. You don't have a sense of purpose. One of the biggest predictors of a long life isn't just physical health, it's having a reason to wake up in the morning. Studies have found that people with a strong sense of purpose live longer, healthier lives. A retired man who moved to a beach town after retiring found that his health improved, not because of diet or exercise alone, but because he was engaged in hobbies, community activities, and personal growth. The fix: find something that excites you. Whether it's a hobby, volunteering, or learning something new, staying mentally engaged adds years to your life. At this point, you might be recognizing some of these warning signs in your own life. Maybe you sit too much, don't get enough sleep, or let stress control you. It's easy to dismiss these habits as minor issues, but the truth is, they add up over time. The difference between living a long, active life or struggling with health problems in your later years often comes down to small daily choices. Many people don't realize how much control they actually have over their lifespan. Take, for example, the blue zones, regions in the world where people regularly live past 100. These people aren't obsessed with longevity, but they naturally follow habits that promote health. They stay active, eat mostly whole foods, manage stress, and have strong social connections. They don't wait until their 60s or 70s to make changes. They build these habits early and stick with them for life. On the flip side, studies show that in many parts of the world, people's lifespans are actually getting shorter due to poor lifestyle choices. Heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and even dementia are affecting people at younger ages than ever before. These conditions don't appear overnight, they develop over decades, shaped by daily routines. But here's the good news: it's never too late to make changes. Your body has an incredible ability to heal, adapt, and recover. Even if you've followed some of these harmful habits for years, making adjustments now can still add years to your life and life to your years. So ask yourself, which of these warning signs do you recognize in your own life? Maybe you're sitting too much. Maybe you're constantly stressed. Maybe you've been ignoring your health. Now is the time to take action. Leave a comment below and share which of these habits you're working on changing. Let's start a conversation, because awareness is the first step to a longer, healthier life. Your future isn't written in stone. You have more control over your lifespan than you think. The key to living past 80 and thriving while doing it isn't found in expensive treatments or miracle supplements. It's in the daily habits you build right now. If you want to add years to your life, start by making small changes. Walk more, eat better, sleep well, manage stress, and stay socially connected. These may seem like simple steps, but they make all the difference in the long run. Think of it this way: the choices you make today will determine the quality of your life 10, 20, or even 30 years from now. Will you be active, independent, and full of energy? Or will you struggle with preventable health problems that rob you of the years you could have had? The decision is yours. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. This channel is all about helping you make smarter choices for a longer, healthier life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And if you like the story, remember to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell.